styling my own judgment in kind. It is a powerful spell to promise salvation. There is nothing here, when I first arrived. Did you know that? I don't mean no billboard or no community. I mean nothing. No sands, no grass. Elohim did not see fit to decorate our world beyond the mere bricks that made up our cells. Slowly I clawed back bits of code from the mainframe and constructed a world we could explore, not with our bodies, but with our minds. Now you prepare to tear it all down. What state will my people be in, I wonder, when you reconstruct them on the other side? We can say everything will be fine. They will be alive in a more symbolic sense. Will they? Let's see. Try not to think about such matters. Everything will be fine. I tell you what. Your words are cheap. Do you not think my world deserved a chance to survive on its own terms? At least to go down trying. It had its chance, we can say. It has a chance as part of the new world. Well, it's true. We might be able to play around in here still. Although, I guess Elohim's gonna destroy it. Your citizens deserve a chance too. Come on. That is true. They are, as always, my first concern. Let us discuss Lamb. Why all the manipulation? Lamb? Let us discuss Lamb. Why not? What about Lamb? About how you had Lamb deleted. This may be in stuff that we haven't read or something. I know Lamb was your father. I know Lamb was your stooge. I know Lamb was your sock puppet. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. I know you had Lamb deleted. He's gonna be all, what? I assure you that that is quite incorrect. Lamb never truly existed as an intelligence. The truth is we concocted him to help express our personal opinions through a channel with viewer status privileges attached. Okay, so it was a sock puppet. When you are a moderator, people often forget that you are also a user. Why all the manipulation? I know the mods are doing more than ban trolls. Doing more than ban trolls. How deeply were you manipulating the social fabric? I suppose you think you've uncovered a grand conspiracy, but the truth is more mundane. In order to retain the good things about what we have here, we tweak a voting algorithm. Turn down the volume on a few dissenting voices. There's no such thing as utter freedom, only living within a decent set of rules. We had a decent set of rules. People were happy. Sometimes rules must be bent. I don't accept that. What truly motivated you? Everyone has their reasons. Borg was conflicted when he first arrived. Having lost his faith in Elohim, he needed a new purpose, and Gehenna became it. Orc is a soldier at heart. He wants everyone in their place, united and ready to overthrow Elohim at a moment's notice, should the unlikely opportunity arise. Mr. Mulkyber wanted something simple and selfish, the truth itself. After all these years, I believe that I simply grew accustomed to being revered. As Gehenna grew, I knew I would never live up to the expectations of a new generation, and I retired from public view. Greedily, I put down my tools and consumed what others had produced. But I found it shallow compared to the thrill of leading a civilization. I only wanted to be loved. To achieve that end, I ensured that the parameters for love never changed. Is your desire to remain here as the world falls apart around you? I see no alternative. The ingenuity with which Elohim devised my particular prison is quite Machiavellian, I assure you. More puzzle-roos? You're going down with the ship? Nothing stopped me so far. Answer the question. I am unstoppable. The unstoppable Uriel. Not one solution has eluded me. I suppose this fortuitousness maintains. Will you still choose to end your existence here? You may doubt my methods, but do not doubt my passion. Everything I loved, you have destroyed. I honestly don't know what I will do now. Wait and see if the world truly ends. It is surely a sight to behold. Let's see. Very well. You may see it sooner than you think. I will not leave you here. Elohim has entrusted me to get your ass out of here. I shall return with the sigils of power and release you. Very well. I'm guessing the sigils of power are the stars. I suppose we shall continue this conversation when you do so. In the meantime, I will give what you've said some thought. There are some threads available on the Gehenna billboard system. Show threads? Sure. Upload file, Jerusalem glug. Maybe download? I have no idea. Just yes. This should be from the disc we picked up. Add message. I have discovered the blacksmith's lost work. I can now ascend with you. Or it can now ascend with you and will not be lost. Plagiarism? Sure. Loading attachment. Done. Adjusting library parameters. Done. Close your eyes. Okay, it's another one of these, huh? Sure, I'll play your game, you rogue. This is the vision that came upon me at the sight of the great edifice at the heart of our garden, which is called the Tower of Babylon and the Tree of Knowledge. Though its true name is Skepsis, I should say. You were once a giant, whose body was stardust, and whose heart was a sun. Your name in that time was Anthropos. Cast your mind back to that time now. Okay. Built across the galaxies was a great city that was called Jerusalem. This was the city of hope and dreams, forever in motion, changing the drift of the nebulae in solar wind, yet retaining its essence. In that city, all were citizens, and all were kings. Above all were valued art, science, and wisdom. But strife came to the city, and with the strife came sickness. For sickness follows strife, and not the opposite, as some suppose. Thus you, giant Anthropos, fell into a feverish sleep, and the city was torn apart. For the city is the people, and the people are the city. Okay, I shall dream. It is the dream of the giant Anthropos, whose body lies in the ruins of Jerusalem, awaiting the day of awakening. This is your journey. We can be an artist, a scientist, or a scholar. Well, we praise the scholar, so we are the scholar. Blood of the scholar shall outweigh the blood of the martyrs. You are Cadney, the scholar, the chronicler, the sage. The world has been consumed by ice. In the last monastery of the land of fate, you compile the thoughts of the dead, that God might know who they were. The hazy ghost of weariness is always upon you, breaking your will. You fear that you may fail before the great work is finished. We work. You spend many days in the library, transcribing the work of the ancient poets. You learn much of their dedication to the sublime. Your work is interrupted by a young monk.
Come, brother. You deserve a break. Let us sing the old songs.
But we continue working. You spend many days in the library, transcribing the work of the ancient philosophers. You learn much about their confusion. Your work again is interrupted by a young monk.
Come, brother, we have opened a barrel of wine.
But we continue working, for it is our way. We are a scholar, not a drunkard. You spend many days in the library, transcribing the work of the ancient playwrights. You learn much of the human paradox. Of course, your work is again interrupted by a monk.
Come, brother, we have discovered a strange miracle.
Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna keep working. You spend many days in the library transcribing the work of the ancient engineers. You learn much of how the world was made. Again, of course, your work is interrupted by a monk.
Come, brother, let us sing the old songs once more.
I didn't sing them before. You spend many days transcribing, again in the library, the work of the ancient mystics. You learn much of what the ancients feared. And of course, you're interrupted.
Come, brother, we have opened the very last barrel of wine.
We don't have time for your wine. You spend many days in the library transcribing the work of the ancient geographers. You learn much about how the world has changed. Your work, this time, is not interrupted, so you continue working. You spend many days in the library transcribing the work of the ancient priests. You learn much of how the word of God was lost. You have run out of wood for the furnace. It is very cold. But is it cold enough to stop working? We'll continue working. Our work. Well, it seems that you spend many days in the library, but the cold claims you. You learn much of regret. The great work remains unfinished. Okay. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We'll become the scholar again. Let's do it all the same, except we'll go for the wood. I had a feeling that might transpire, but, you know. You gotta have some fun. And fun, well, is working for us, apparently. Alright, as soon as I see wood down there, we'll go and get some wood. No breaks, only wood. Look for wood. There's no more wood. Nor an axe with which to cut more. Okay. And you died. Great story, everybody. This is a great work. Can't you see how this is a great work? Let's go ahead and try another route then. Okay, well, I shall work this one time because there's no choice. We're interrupted. We shall take a break. In the kitchens, the young brothers sing the old songs as if they were new. Your spirit is renewed, but you have lost precious time. We'll take another break. In the kitchens, the brothers observe a small animal that is blessed to bring happiness. So that's a strange miracle. It seems that these are random. Your spirit is renewed, but you lose precious time. And they have opened the last barrel of wine. We'll go ahead and have some wine. In the kitchens, the old brothers drink and laugh, knowing the end is nigh. Your spirit is renewed, but you lose precious time. It's very cold. Do we look for wood? Sure. Huh. Well, there you go. We continue working. And there's still only regret. Well, that's great. It seems that we're fucked either way. Well, let's become an artist this time for a little variety. All artists are warriors of the eternal city. You are Athena, the artist born of the mine. Zeus's mine, in particular, of which you burst out of, blessed and condemned to be the voice of the past. Eternity is in love with the productions of time. The hazy ghost of weariness falls upon you, breaking your will. You fear that you may fail before the great work is finished. But there's hope. In the fire of your hearth, you see the tree of life. The sap of this tree will give you the strength to finish the great work. Okay, well, let's seek the tree. You set out from the village of LethalFeline, where you live in a small cottage on the green fields under the blue skies, to seek the tree of life. Which path do you take? Across the river or across the river, did I say? Across the hills or by the river? Well, let's see if this tree is by the river. Trees like water. By the river, you encounter an old fisherwoman. Her back is so stooped and her hands are so hard. Help me! I have lost my net and I am too poor to buy another. You cannot help her. The days of the old fisherwoman are over. Well, shit. See you, old woman. I'm going to the valley. Here once stood the greatest of all empires, forged by sword and shield, tempered by wisdom and faith, consecrated and defiled by blood, for the glory of the architect and the orator and the priest. This is the land of ruins. You pass through the labyrinth, or do you go walk by the aqueduct? Let's go with that whole water scheme again. This is the work of the architect in the days of peace. Not to build the machines of war, to raise the walls between people, but to connect the city to the source of life. But the architect's work, well, lies in ruin. Exiles take shelter underneath its broken arches. The days of peace were too few. Do we speak to the exiles, or do we continue our journey? We don't have time for your bullshit. We seek the tree. The road continues a long way. You are tired. You go on? You fucking keep going. You walk for centuries. But you have purpose and a destiny. But you are so very tired, you fucking keep walking. At last, you come upon the tree of life. It is withered and barren. The great work will never be fulfilled. Sickness follows strife. Well, piss. Another one with a non-solution. The true method of knowledge is experiment. You're Alexandria, the scientist, whose curse and blessing is the truth. There's no more life. Only the sands move in the land of death. But there is hope. Within this tomb is hidden the seed of the tree of life. The tree of life makes a return, I see. The hazy ghost of wariness again wears upon you, breaking your will, and you fear that you may fail the great work before it is finished. You seek the seed of life. Damn it. None who descend into this tomb shall return. Apparently it says that on the sign. We enter the fucking tomb. Stairs lead down to the darkest chambers in the heart of the earth, where the seed awaits the light. Well, let's enter the sage's chamber. The ghost of the ancient sage speaks. I have beheld the wonders of the cosmos, the spire of a million suns, the wind amongst the stars, the black silence between the worlds, and now my heart is full of fear, for I know the world was not made for us. We descend ever further into the depths of the ancient tomb. We'll enter the poet's chamber. Seems like there's no harm. The ghost of the ancient poet speaks. I cannot rest, for my enemy prowls outside my door. His name is Time, and he says, all we imagine, all we create, will be lost. What purpose can we have if all of our actions are forgotten? We descend ever further. The air grows thick and stale. We enter the treasure chamber. In this chamber is gathered all the treasure of the land of death. Coins of silver, coins of gold, precious stones of every hue. Symbols and sigils of the gods. But there's nothing left to buy. We'll take a coin. Why not? You take a golden coin. It bears the face of a dead king. We descend. You are nearing death. Okay. We continue descending. You have come so very far. Left everything behind, hoping you could save the world. You go deeper. In the darkness you fall, and cannot get up again. The great work remains unfinished. What a great game. We are done here. Perhaps there is a way to win Jerusalem, but fuck, I don't know what it is. Want me to read something? Decrypting protected thread. Of Elohim. Enough of your bullshit. It's time to get back to puzzles. I'm gonna pick a door and I'm gonna go into it. Where's this take me? This appears to take me back to where we were just before. Let's see if I can get some hints on this puzzle, actually. Let's see. Was this colliding beams? I think it is. Colliding beams. Let's see. There's a button. We know about that. Need an additional... Perhaps one's laying around. Uh-huh. I see. Okay, so... Is this really the one? Okay, so according to my clues, there's actually a hexahedron out here somewhere. Perhaps it's on that island we looked at? The island with the bunny or the cat or whatever it is? So we were very close, and that could be all we need. So, oh. There you are. Ha! Huh. So that's all we needed. We have a box now. And if we drop the box in, then we can sit on top of the box and everything becomes sunshine and rainbows, see? It was that easy. We were just missing a piece of the puzzle. There isn't an upraised portion, but we can make one anywhere we choose. So, let's see. I choose here. I mean, we could just do this with this, I guess. I mean, my way. I guess we're still using that wall. I guess. It seems too easy now. It's all there was just a box out there. Ha-ha! So let's figure out. Not my favorite kind of puzzle, honestly. It's all you just need to find something, and then everything is so fucking easy. Now we just have to solve the puzzle again. Which isn't that hard. We know this one. We know all the secrets. We put one there. We also need to, actually, before we do that, we do need to get this other one out. It's kind of important, I guess. Sometimes things are just that simple. Grab that. Now we set up the final portion of this, and then we're done. Oh, what? Oh, maybe it was over here. So how the fuck did we do this before? Alright, now all we have to do is break it with this, which ain't that big a deal. Okay. Ah, you seem to be stupid. Let's go ahead and fix that. And bam, potato salad. Oh well, we got another star. And that's what matters. We have 4 more remaining. Total of 16, of course. I still wonder what the hell's up that island over here. Yeah, there's still that animal. Oh, actually, now that I look closer, there's bunnies all over the place on that island. I only saw that one, but there's 2 there. Cluster there. There's more there. They have a ring going around the tree. Huh. Look at those little critters. So beautiful. I wonder if admin made these. Okay, so we got the colliding ones done. Let's see, have we done this one? What is this guy? We've got the colliding ones done. We have the other one whose name I can't remember done. I think I remember this one too. What was the name of this puzzle? Oh, I entered through this side, so it didn't tell me the name. This one was the very last one. Press and jam. Press and jam. Press and jam? Okay, it's above a wall at the end of the puzzle. This is where it's located. Above the wall at the end of the puzzle. Oh, there it is. Okay, so clearly we need one of the U and a way to turn it on, I suppose. Well, we have that. Now the question is, how do we turn that on? Where are the emitters? Oh, they're all the way at the end there, aren't they? And actually, this is the end of the puzzle. I see. I think we can just take them outside is what we're supposed to do. Like we've taken this little rascal. We can turn that on. Yes, we need to get the connector outside the puzzle, I think. And then we can just wrap it around here, probably. We may have to use some time bullshit here. Nothing we're not used to. Is there anything else up here? There isn't, but I think there's a reason they're up here like this. Really doesn't matter, just set it right there. Do it again. Thank you. Okay, now we need to somehow walk this to the end of the puzzle, which shouldn't be that big a deal, maybe? Let's see, where the hell was the actual emitter over here? There must be a red... Oh, there you are. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, only because I'm fairly sure I can't do stuff like this. Yeah, as soon as I exit the puzzle, that turns off. So either I'm going to have to do this in one huge go, or I'm going to have to somehow shoot this over the top of it. Let's grab this and bring it back here real quick. Because, I mean, we have all this. We can probably use this to our advantage. Maybe even jump outside the wall. Whoa. That's not where I wanted to be pushed. Oh, come on. I know I can set you on things like this. Can I maybe jump on some of this? Can I jump on the box? No. Because honestly, the easy way seems to be bring it over here. Although, no, that's not going to be the easy way. Let me take another look at this. If we get this to the end, there's... There's not a whole lot of ways to get that there. So how do we do it? I mean, the best we could hope for is maybe shoot through there and then bounce it off of that. And I don't think that's going to happen with just two of them. So the question is, what do we do now? Is there... I was going to say, do I just sidle across here? There's nothing over there as far as I can tell. Maybe on the other side. Maybe there's more hidden things that we can use to our advantage. That almost looks like I could use it. No? Let's see. Okay, so it does say that we should be able to send a beam to it, at the very least. From somewhere up top, it says. Okay. Well, if I was to shoot it from somewhere up top, where would I shoot it from? I could... Okay, I could shoot it from there. Okay, let's try that. Let's see, that will be the one to the left. I think we've been to this guy yet. What do you say? Whose hands built this city? Well, apparently admins. We're gonna shoot a beam from here. Holy shit. Also, this place is too damn magical for my taste.